Alright, 2D here, and we're jumping into another premiere draft for Ikoria. We got Mechagodzilla. And yeah, this is a draft with 7 other people. We just passed around packs just like a real-life draft, and they now have that on Arena. Pretty awesome. Let's see, what pack 1 is Mythos of Nethroi. Nethroi, I don't really know how you're supposed to say that name. Nethroi, I think is right, but it also sounds kind of funny. Anyway, this is a 3-mana kill target creature, and if you spend Abzan on it, it's destroy target permanent, but you know, just 3-mana instant speed kill target creature is pretty good and limited. Back for Worm might just be better, to be honest. Let's see what else is in the pack. Excavation Mole is really good. Back for More is ridiculous. This is definitely a rare level card. All the cyclers in this set, you're always going to have something in your graveyard you can reanimate, and be able to basically reanimate a big threat and kill one of their creatures with 1 card. At instant speed is just ridiculous. I do think we take Mythos of Nethroi though. You know, when in doubt, take the rare. And I do want to try it out. This is a card I haven't played with before, so I have played with Brought Back, so I like to do different things every time I draft if I can. So let's see. Well, probably the best card in the pack is Clash of Titans. This is just 5 mana, target creature fights another target creature. What's important about this is it doesn't say our creature fights another creature, it just says 2 creatures fight each other. So we can actually make 2 of our opponent's creatures fight each other, so probably going to pick that. Other good cards are Swallowhole is fine, pretty good actually. Cavern Whisperer is good if we wanted to stay in black. Fire Prophecy might be better than Clash of Titans, it's kind of hard to say. I think we take Clash of Titans though. More potential for a big blowout. Well, okay. We have Rooting Moloch, which is pretty good. Basically like a mid-rangey cycling payoff. So if we're in black-red, we're likely to have some amount of cycling cards. Momentum Rumbler's also good, and so is Zagoth Mamba. What we have to consider is if we take Rooting Moloch here, we're going to be sending a signal to the person sitting next to us that red is open, because they're going to see this Momentum Rumbler. So it might be better just to take Zagoth Mamba. Maybe move into like a black. I think Rooting Moloch is better though. I mean, even in the worst case, cycling 2, we can probably splash this if red ends up not being open. Okay, well, here we take Easy Prey. Easy Prey is great, and it goes great with our Rooting Moloch. Anything else you want to... I mean, Mutual Destruction is pretty good. Bastion of Remembrance is actually a lot better. I kind of was low on this card going into the format, but it's pretty good. But I think we just take the removal spells. So we're kind of like red, black, all removal spells, which is a good place to be, I think. Savai Crystals, okay, let's just splash white pretty easily. Lurking Deadeye is probably what we're going to take. It's just an okay card. 4 mana, flash, 4/2 that can maybe kill something sometimes. You know, there's a potential for a 2-for-1, although not very often. Cathartic Reunion is okay, and so is Excavation Mole. I mean, Excavation Mole going this late probably means green's pretty open, and so is one of mine. So it's a little concerned. Oh, Offspring's Revenge. Now this is a interesting card. I don't think it's good. I think the 3-mana enchantments are all, you know, middling to bad in limited, with the exception of maybe the Jeskai one might be pretty good. Probably we're better off just taking Spell Eater Wolverine here. I think we're gonna take this though. This is a really weird card, and look, I don't necessarily play with the best cards, I play with the most interesting cards. I try to, that's my goal at least, and so we're going to take Offspring's Revenge and see if we can find anything that goes well with this. Take the Go for Blood. This is like, sometimes a removal spell, sometimes it's a, we can just cycle it away. Forbidden Friendship would also be a nice pickup. Excavation Mole, wow. But we're on this Offspring's Revenge plan. Green definitely seems open. Green is wide open, holy crap. Part of me wants to pivot to green. But I think I'll stick on the course for now. Either Cavern Whisperer or Lava Serpent here. I think we take the Lava Serpent now that we have a graveyard. Although Offspring's Revenging back a Lava Serpent isn't the best. Wow, okay, well, you know, we'll take the Excavation Mole. You know, maybe we go into green here. Green just seems wide open. If I didn't want to try out this Offspring's Revenge, I think I would have shifted to green by now, but let's take the Whispers. I guess, yeah, maybe we'll play Whisper Squads. If we get enough copies of Whisper Squads, it becomes better. Tentative Connection. Or if we're in red-black, there's a chance we can make this work, so we'll go ahead and take that. I think we're more likely to play that than any other pick. So we have an interesting deck here. Offspring's Revenge can actually... It's good. It's better with Enter the Battlefield abilities, right? It's also good with mutation, because you bring back a token, and even though that token's a 1/1, we can mutate on top of it, and then its stats don't really matter anymore. Okay, we'll take the... I guess we'll take the Flycatcher. We're not likely to play any of those cards, but... So that's the two things we want here. If we're in the Offspring's Revenge deck, we want mutation, we want enter the battlefield abilities, and we want, like, cycling, you know, to put things into our graveyard fairly easily. Okay, we'll take the Serval, I guess. And... yep, take another Serval. And we've got that backed up with just a good amount of removal here. Clash of Titans, Mythos of Nethroi, Go for Blood, and Easy Prey. All good removal spells, and also we can cycle away a couple of them, which is nice. And Rooting Moloch being able to get back those. And Rooting Moloch also has an enter the battlefield ability, which is great with Offspring's Revenge. So we can like cycle away Easy Prey, play Rooting Moloch, exile the Easy Prey out of our graveyard, and then cast it. So pretty nice. Probably not going to be able to get to this Mythos of Nethroi in terms of the Abzan, but just playing it as a 3... Oh my god. So what do we... Holy cow. Okay, so if we take Obosh, we're down to just 4 cards in our deck. Is it worth it? We could also take like a Rumbling Rock Slide. I think we'll take the Obosh, but we won't plan to make it our commander right now. I think we'll plan to just run it as a creature. It is something good to get back with Offspring's Revenge, because it has a decent ability even as a 1/1, right? It can double up the damage. It basically becomes a 2/2, and it can double up the damage of our other even converted mana cost, or rather odd converted mana cost stuff like Rooting Moloch and anything we bring back with Offspring's Revenge. But, oh my god, and Mythos of Vadrok? Okay. So it's just 4 mana, deal 5, divided it however we want, and then we're not likely to get the Jeskai effect. Maybe just straight up can't, most likely. But I mean, just 4 mana, deal 5 damage to whatever is really good. I think we take that. It's just almost guaranteed to be a 2-for-1. And then we're passing a lot of good red cards, though, so we're probably going to be fighting over red, but that is what it is. Okay, here... Lava Serpents become a little less good when our reanimation plan is Offspring's Revenge. Like, getting back a Lava Serpent as a 1/1 really doesn't feel very good. I guess Mutual Destruction might be better with Offspring's Revenge. Although we do need some creatures, you know. I think we take Mutual Destruction and try to wheel the Token Maker. Here we'll take the Dark Bargain, I think. Taking some fixing would be nice too, but I think we take the Dark Bargain. Way to get some cards in our graveyard, also generate some card advantage. Although, I guess right now we're more likely to have trouble in the early game than needing more resources, but we'll take this. We really want to pick some 2 or 3 drops up. We're not going to give up another Rooting Moloch, though. That just goes too well with our Offspring's Revenge, enter the battlefield, and also the looting cards we have, or the cycling cards we have, so we will take this. I don't think so. I guess we just take the Whisper Squad. I mean, if maybe we get in a position where we want to play the Whisper Squads. They are doubled up by our Obosh, right? So that we can make them into 2/2s. Here... we'll play the Suffocating Fumes. We might end up playing that. Corpse Churn, I guess, is the only castable card out of this. White looks pretty open. We probably could have gone into white-green and had a pretty decent deck, too. Like, maybe gone into Abzan, even, for this Mythos. But I kind of like where we're at. This is a very unique deck, and that's what I like to do every time I draft, is try to do something I haven't done before. And Offspring's Revenge is definitely in that category. Well, I guess we take a Mysterious Egg. We don't want another Mutual Destruction. I think 1 is enough when it comes to Mutual Destruction. We just want some creatures in the 2 and 3 drop slot, really. I think the rest of our deck is looking pretty good, but we just need some early action so we don't get run over. Although we do have some good ways to catch up. Mythos of Vadrok can knock out 2 creatures. Mythos of Nethroi can take care of, you know, pretty much any threat, so... Ooh, yeah. Our colors aren't looking very open. I guess we take the Gariak. Not likely to play that, but we'll take it. Okay. God, green is so open. Excavation, either people just aren't valuing Excavation Mole right, or green is just ridiculously open. Yeah. That was like 4th or 5th to last pick. Ridiculous. Okay, go for the throat. We'll take that. Or go for blood rather. So we do have some cycling. This is more of a 2-drop in terms of we'll usually be cycling it. Scoured Barons, getting that back is great. That makes our Offspring's Revenge a lot easier to splash for. Helicopter Glider, sure. Not likely to play that. And Island. Alright, last pack. Let's see. Sea Dasher Octopus is not what we want. I guess we just take the Farfinder here. Farfinder's great to get back with Offspring's Revenge. Just a great card in general. We can go and get it. We can just run 1 Plains and we'll have Mana Perfect for this Offspring's Revenge. Otherwise, we'd be taking like maybe a Blitz Leech or maybe another Go for Blood or maybe a Swallow Hole we could splash for. Can't play the Octopus. Good card, but we can't play it. Oh my god, we just have all the Mythoses. Mythos of Snapbacks, we can actually get the Mardu half of this, which is this is one of the Mythoses where you really need to get the actual full effect. I mean, we could take this Farfinder, but I think we'll just be Mythos Tribal. We have literally all the Mythoses in our colors, and this is the one where we actually want the colors. We have it. Ooh, Whirlwind of Thought. This is the one I was talking about. Like, as far as these 3-mana enchantments go, Whirlwind of Thought is definitely the best draft, but we're not going to shift into 4 colors. I think we just take the Night Squad Commando. Good card. Good with Offspring's Revenge, and it is a 3-drop creature, which we desperately need at this point. Boot Nipper's a fantastic pickup. We would also like Zagoth Mom, but we really don't have that many mutate. Do we even have any mutation spells? I guess not. We'll just take the Boot Nipper. Boot Nipper's great with the Offspring's Revenge because Death Touch is still good as a 1/1. Yeah, we'll just take the Lurking Deadeye. Void Beckoner. Yep, we'll take the Void Beckoner. Just a good card. We can cycle, put a Death Touch counter on something, and again, if we bring it back with our Offspring, a 1/1 Death Touch is pretty good still. Here, man, white, it looks pretty, yeah, green and white have been open, I think. We probably could have had a nasty green-white deck. I guess we take the Cunning. Don't think we want to play this, just a little too intensive on our mana for something that doesn't do all that much, but, here we'll take the, another Excavation Hole. We'll take the Scorpion. Probably not going to play it, though. We would like to get another piece of fixing. This Mythos of Snapdax is going to be pretty hard to cast. That's not what I meant. I guess we take the Blitz Leech here. It does have an Enter the Battlefield ability. Pyroceratops? I wonder if we play the Pyroceratops. Maybe. Again, it's something we can get back and just start growing, so we'll see how many instant sorceries we end up having. I don't think we have... Probably won't be playing Corpse Churn. Suffocating Fumes. I don't know. Maybe that's worth it. It's conditionally good, but it is an instant and it does have cycling too, so there are ways to blow your opponent out with it. We'll think about it. Maybe Suffocating Fumes is alright. Serrated Scorpion, probably not going to be playing those. But maybe if we just need low drop creatures, it's something we could do. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting any fixing. So, I don't know. I want to run this Mythos of Snapdax, but maybe it's too hard on our mana. We have basically 2 free white sources. We have our Farfinder, we have our Scoured Baron, so we have 2 free white sources. So to run a double white spell... Yeah, maybe I got a little too caught up in the Mythos Tribal here. Let's see how many sources we have here if we go like this. We have to cut a card, so if we cut the... Let's see, how many instant sorcerers do we have? 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we probably have enough to make this Pyroceratops pretty good, so we won't cut the Pyroceratops. Maybe we cut the... Let's see, Lava Serpent's down here. Void Beckoner's here. Mythos of Snapdax is just so good if we can get its Mardu effect. Huh. I kind of wish we had taken, like, a... some kind of looting effect so we could loot this away when we wouldn't need it. I really want to play it, so I'm going to play it. You know, I want to play this Mythos Tribal deck, and I want to play Offspring's Revenge, so I'm just going to be a little tough on our mana. We do have 5 white sources as it is. 2 of those are free, and that leaves us with 8 black sources, 8 red sources. That's hopefully enough with all the cycling we have to help us fix. And I guess we just go down the... I guess we go down one of the Gopher Bloods. I guess. Is there a better instant or sorcery? I don't think we're going to go down any creatures. We're already kind of light. I guess we go down this... we'll keep the Suffocating Fumes. I want to try this card out. I've taken it frequently because it has cycling too. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good, and then I just never end up running it. So I think having a greater variety in our cycling spells also means these Rooting Molochs will be better. So I think we're going to run it like this. Very weird deck. Very removal heavy, and we want to play this Offspring's Revenge, get back our Enter the Battlefield abilities, get back our Death Touchers as Death Touching 1/1s, and then we have some big threats to finish the game with Lava Serpent and Void Beckoner, and our litany of Mythoses. So we're going to try it like this. Definitely a weird deck. Definitely exactly how I like to draft. So on to game one. Alright, game one against a Screaming Wheeze, and we'll keep this. This has got everything we want. We've got our Farfinder go get our White Source, and we've got some cycling cards to get back with our Rooting Moloch. So we'll go Black Source, pass the turn. Probably just cycle this Gopher Blood. Not going to be able to cast it on turn 2, so it's not especially good right now. Okay, land, and okay. So we can go Farfinder. We're not going to cycle this Rooting Moloch. We want to hold on to that. That's a good card to actually cast. Sure. Here we're going to play Farfinder. Next turn we can attack with Farfinder and get in with Night Squad Commando if they don't have a good blocker. If they do, we can do something different. It's also great for our mutual destruction, Farfinder is. This is also an... oh, no, it's a sorcery. I thought it was an instant for some reason. Wow, okay. Opponent's missing their land drop, so we will attack. And we get to Night Squad Commando. Get to make a 1/1 because we attacked and pass turn. And with this mutual destruction, we're looking pretty good. Our opponent's on Mardu as well. Interesting. Let's see what they're up to. Obosh. Wow. Well, I think we Obosh. And Obosh doubles up the damage for our Night Squad Commando and also our Farfinder. Alright, they're just going to Divine Arrow, sure. Still take a good chunk of damage here. And we've got Mutual Destruction if they have some threat we're actually worried about. Porcubarret. I think we Mutual Destruction the Porcubarret. Sacrifice our 1/1. Get in for a good chunk of damage. Play Rooting Moloch, which will have its damage doubled by Obosh. Exile the Gopher Blood out of our graveyard, and we can cast that up to our next turn. So if our opponent plays anything here, we can just fight it. Have the fight damage doubled by Gopher Blood. Or have the fight damage doubled by Obosh, rather. So, yeah, I'm liking this. Oh, wow, that's really bad. And so I will kill their Serval, kill our opponent. That's game. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That was ridiculous. Wow. What a deck. Alright, Mardu something. It's looking pretty good. Mardu, I guess Mythos Tribal is the most appropriate name for this. Mardu Mythos Tribal getting it done. Holy cow. Sweet. Alright, game 2 against Sneaky Rise Face, and we will keep this. Our mana's good. Opponent's mana's better. Zagoth Triumph. Look at that art. That is some of the best art in Magic history, in my opinion. I love these comic book style effects. Okay, opponent just plays a Facet Reader. We're not going to kill it. We're just going to Boot Nipper. Give it Death Touch. We don't really care that much about a Facet Reader. I mean, we might kill it if they don't block with it, but I mean, it's not really doing anything besides just kind of smoothing their draws a bit. We would like to draw a non-land for sure. Oh, Mythos is good. Now we're not gonna. We are gonna attack. If they want to trade, we'll trade. Sure. Sounds good. And we will play Mountain. Pass turn. We can kill something with Easy Prey, depending on if they play a 2-drop. If not, we can Mythos. Well, it's a 3-drop. Probably just going to cycle this Easy Prey. Getting towards the middle of the game, so getting less useful. Dusking Mentor just on an empty board doesn't seem very good. Okay, that's probably enough It's probably enough lands. We will probably, I mean, depends on what our opponent does here, but we can just Mythos to blow up a couple creatures, which is what we, I mean, it helps us stall out at least, until we draw into our big threats. Opponent's doing a whole lot of nothing. Well, we continue to draw a removal, so that's something. Yeah, I think we just pass a turn. We can hold up Clash of Titans at instant speed. And we have a... Okay, now... Huh. We actually can't kill the... Yeah, the Slitherwisp, unfortunately. We can Mythos to kill these two creatures, although they might counter it. We'll see. Hopefully they'll play another creature here, and we can try to make it fight the Slitherwisp. Okay, Ivy Elemental for 5. Okay, we will have these two fight each other. And then we can kill the Ivy Elemental. Maybe we just play the Rooting Moloch. What do we get out of the graveyard? Oh, we can actually kill it with a Easy Prey, can't we? Nice. So we will Rooting Moloch. We can't do it this turn, so we are going to take a hit. We're okay with that. Play Rooting Moloch, get back our Easy Prey, which will be able to kill the Ivy Elemental next turn. And then we pass a turn. Opponent gets to ding us for 5 this turn, sure. But we get to eat up their big old monster next turn. Okay, that becomes no longer the case. Now we're going to have to just mutual destruction to kill this Archipelago. We're almost dead. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, but at least we have an answer to it. Kill the Archipelago, sack our Rooting Moloch. And do we... play a land. I don't think we Mythos of Vadrock now. We're going to hold on to it. I mean, a 1/3... A 1/3 is going to take a few turns to kill us, so I think we hold on to it until they play a threat we actually care about. They actually played out the Savai Crystal? And a Migratory Greathorn, okay. Lava Serpent, okay. We will play... I guess we kill the Greathorn. Yeah, we just kill the Greathorn. And I can't play the Lava Serpent. I think we hold on to it, though. We're gonna die. I don't think we have any way to gain life is the problem. Maybe hold on to the Lava Serpent. At least that Parcel Beast. Well, now they have 2 threats. Do we need to cycle this and hope to draw into things we can cast 2 of? I mean, because we can cast Lava Serpent next turn, but we're just gonna die. I think we have to. I think we have to cycle. Hope we don't draw into lands. Okay, Farfinder's good. And Rooting Moloch's good. Okay. What other cyclers do we have? Right now, just Lava Serpent. We can't cast... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't cast both. So we're going to Farfinder. We'll get a... whatever. And we're going to Rooting Moloch. Exile our Lava Serpent. Oh, I guess we can exile our Rooting Moloch. That's even better. I forgot this had cycling itself. So we can chain these together now. We can go Rooting Moloch into Lava Serpent. Pretty good. Except if our opponent draws a card that kills us. Wow. Well, our opponent... Okay. Opponent drew well there. Yep. Unfortunately, it was really that Archipelago plus the Ivy Elemental that killed us bad. Yeah, they just hit us for like 12 damage and we weren't able to survive it. So, on to the next one. Okay, next game against MacLeod, and we will keep this speculatively. You know, it's not the best hand, but we do have Cycling Fumes to cycle away, and then we can cycle away Void Beckner as well. Looks like our opponent might be, yep, on the cycling deck. Suffocating Fumes might actually be just good to keep against the cycling deck. Okay, drawing a land there is fantastic. So we'll pass turn. See if we should cycle Suffocating Fumes, potentially. Mythos of Vadrock would also be really good, so maybe it's just wise to cycle, try to hit our land drops. Try to hit some early game action as well. We'll see. Depends on what they play here. So they are in Jeskai. Okay. Your opponent hits us for 1. And I think we don't cycle. Because we can, I mean, we can basically just kill their Dorat with this. So we'll just pass turn. See what they do. Sure, opponent cycles. You know, arguably we should have just cast it there while they were tapped out, but I do want to see if they'll put another 1 toughness creature on the board. Let's see. Well, Spell Eater Wolverine is not 1 toughness, but we will cast this now. Just kill the Dorat. And here we play the Pyroceratops, I think. Pass turn. Next turn we can Mythos, blow up their Spell Eater, and maybe something else. Alright, opponent Fire Prophecies, that's fine. That's something to get back with Offspring's Revenge. Really hoping they'll play another threat here so we can get a 2-for-1 off this Mythos. Would be sweet. But maybe not. I think we do Dark Bargain main phase, try to find a white source. Well, land, I think. And pass turn. Alright, let's see if they play a threat. It is scary here that they can go, like, Spell, give their Spell Eater Wolverine, double strike, hit us for 6, down to 7. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Now that is what we're talking about. We will just fire off this Mythos right now. Bang, bang. Kill 2 of their creatures. Damn, that's good. And pass turn. Probably just cycle this Lava Serpent, try to find a white source for this Offspring's Revenge. Once we get Offspring's Revenge online, we should be in pretty good shape. Get back the Pyroceratops and just kind of go off. Speaking of Pyroceratops, alright, we will cycle. Another Lava Serpent. Well, I guess we just cast this. And no attacks. We are going to try to be on the defense with this Lava Serpent if we can. Just need any white source and we're good to go. Alright, Blade Banish isn't good for us. Probably just going to have to Mythos this Pyroceratops. Yeah, we'll just Mythos it before they get a chance to untap. Pass turn. We did want to do that at instant speed, but we don't want to get it countered and just die to a Pyroceratops for no reason. We're kind of struggling on mana here. Oh my god, the same creature that killed us last time. Well, we do have a Mutual Destructive. We can draw a black source. Man, man, this feels bad, but I think it's the right move. We're going to play Obosh and then Mutual Destruction our Obosh to kill their Destroya. As bad as this feels, I think it's the right move because we do not want to give them a chance to mutate this. We just lose the game if they mutate onto this. So, as bad as that feels, I think that's the right move. Because if they untapped and mutated, we're just dead. Alright, come on. Anything... A black sword... Oh my gosh. Holy cow. We have hit the lottery in bad draws. But we are 21 cards deep. I've only seen 1 black source and 0 white sources. Pretty bad. We're just trying to stay alive here. Our opponent, of course, has a removal spell. Well, if we can draw a white source, we're still in great shape. Even a black source lets us cast Void Beckoner, right? Well, okay. Blitzleech isn't the worst. We will just pass turn. Plan on flashing in Blitzleech. See if we can eat their Snare Tactician. Alright, flash in Blitzleech. And eat it. Not so bad. Oh, and I got a double striker. Wow, okay. What do we have in our graveyard as far as cycling goes? We have like a Lava Serpent, which is fine. We could also cycle Void Beckoner, but then we potentially don't draw a land and can't cast our Rooting Moloch. I think we just play the Rooting Moloch. Plan on trading with the Spell Eater. Get back a Lava Serpent. And pass turn. Okay, finally found finally found a both a white and a black source, which is pretty nice. Oh, Voracious Great Shark. Alright, well that... we will pass, so hopefully our opponent doesn't top deck too well here. We still have even trades, and we can play Offspring's Revenge next turn and just start going off. Come on. Nothing good. Come on. Come on. Oof. Yeah, we just drew incredibly awkwardly this game. I know our mana's not the best, but it's not that bad. It's not draw 25 cards to find a second black source bad. Okay, opponent's thinking about what to do here. I'm assuming they drew, that means they drew something. Go for blue. Okay, so they were considering whether to fight or not. Okay, we just passed a turn. And here we will definitely just cast Offspring's Revenge. And go to combat. Get back our... let's say Obosh. And... we pass the turn. We're just too close to dead right now. So we're good with taking a turn off. Okay, we're not going to cycle. We just want to cast this Void back around. Oh, Clash of Titans is great. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do it like right now. Kill that. Go to combat. Bring back a Pyroceratops. Oh, we should have done the Lurking Deadeye. We could have killed the shark with the Lurking Deadeye. That was definitely a mistake. But we will, this is, just have it thing double, no, this is 6. So we'll leave this back, and we'll attack, and attack. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big mistake. We could have brought back our Lurking Deadeye, and because this had been dealt damage, we could have killed it. So, hopefully that doesn't end up costing us, but it is a mistake. Sure. We can get that back with our Offspring's Revenge is the thing. We will pass turn. We can get back the Rooting Moloch, which will exile another card. Ooh, that's a little scary. Do they have a way to pump it? Okay, I think we're actually going to cycle the Void Beckoner now. And we'll put it on this Pyroceratops, I guess. Easy Prey is a great draw. Okay, Easy Prey. Kill the Dorat. Go to combat. Get back our Rooting Moloch. Rooting Moloch exiles a card with cycling, which will be Lava Serpent, which we can hard cast next, or at the main phase 2. Get him with everything. Do a truckload of damage thanks to Obosh, and play Lava Serpent. Pass a turn. Opponent's got to kill us this turn, essentially. Woo! Offspring's Revenge went off. Oh, so that one was, woof. We drew real bad, real bad. But in spite of that, we won. On to the next one. All right, next game against Crooked Nose with our Mythos Tribal Offspring's Revenge deck, and we've got a pretty good hand here. We got a 3-drop into a 4-drop into a 5-drop, so not bad. Mythos, we have the mana to cast it, so can't complain. Night Squad Commando is a little bit worse. It's just a straight up 3-drop, just a 2-3 for 3, but I think we're still gonna cast it. Yeah, play the Night Squad Commandos, sure. Just get a body out there. Then we can sit back, hold up our Lurking Deadeye plus our Dark Bargain. Opponent's just going to cycle, sure. Dark Bargain would be nice because it can put some fuel in the graveyard for Offspring's Revenge. And we got this Mythos. See, the thing about Mythos' snap attacks is we know it's coming and our opponent doesn't, so we don't have to build here. Okay, I guess we attack. And just pass turn, playing on Dark Bargaining. Like our opponent, that's kind of why it's asymmetrical. It does just sort of make everybody sacrifice to only have one of each permanent, and we get to choose for our opponent because we have Mardu, which is very important with this card. But what's more important is that we know that not to overcommit to the board, and our opponent does not. So we're just going to sit back and draw some cards, get ourselves set up. We do want to land. We'd like to keep hitting our land drops. I think we take this and... You know what? We're going to take both of these. We'll eventually hit lands. It's okay. Because we can eat this thing with our... yeah. We're going to kill the Boot Nipper. Get in for 2. And plan on... I guess we'll cycle this Lava Serpent now, just in case we draw a land. And we did. And we'll play it. Migratory Greathorn, sure. I think we just pass the turn. No attacks. See what our opponent does. We can, if we need to, we can Mythos. We can flash in Lord King Deadeye as well. Got a lot of options here. We can just sit back and Snapdax him next turn, potentially. Just cycle our Void Beckoner here and Snapdax him. Got a lot of options. Yeah, we're just going to take the 3 years, sure. Opponent does nothing. Okay, well, we'll cycle. The Death Touch counter on our Night Squad Commando. Don't know what our opponent's up to exactly. We're trying to let them get Snapdaxed here, but they're not really playing into it. Okay, we will attack with Night Squad Commando. Your opponent does. And just pass the turn again. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent's up to. I don't know if they're stuck. Maybe this Evolving Wilds is going to give them a 3rd color of mana, and that's what they're stuck on. Okay, opponent cracks Evolving Wilds. Goes and gets a Forest, so now they're just a 2-color deck. Lurking Deadeye. Okay. Alright. And pass turn. Again, we want them to overcommit to the board so we can pretty much win the game with this Mythos of Snapdax, although taking 7 is a little less than ideal, so we'll see. Yeah, I think we take it. Take 7. Come on, play out your hand. Do it. They're still not doing it. Clash of Titans is good, because we can make their creatures kill each other. Alright, we will get in for 2. Sure. And pass turn. We'll just plan on Blitz Leech in this turn and 2 for 1 of them. I mean, we gotta start playing something. Oh, Dirtbat. Okay. We will... Jeez. We're gonna let it resolve. We're gonna let it resolve, let it blow up our Night Squad Commando. And then, once it does... we're going to Clash of Titans, have these 2 things kill each other. Get that off the board. Okay. So that was, they do still get to kill our Night Squad Commando, but yeah, we did not want to let them untap with a bat. So this Mythos of Snapdax, they just either are very, very smart and are playing around it, or... Okay. Here we can... Let's see, we want Offspring's Revenge. We don't really have anything too great to bring back with Offspring's Revenge. So I think we will just pass the turn here, plan on Blitz Leeching. Okay, Blitz Leech. We will... actually, I think we eat the Recluse. Take 0 damage. Okay, they just hardcast a Void Beckoner, sure. Okay, we can't Offspring's Revenge plus Mythos. We just pass the turn. Plan on Mythosing this Void Beckoner and also flashing in a Lurking Deadeye. Okay, we'll Mythos the Void Beckoner. Flash in a Lurking Deadeye. Trade with their Poacher. And now we can Offspring's Revenge. Durable Coil Bug, sure. Ooh, Obosh is pretty good. We will play Obosh. Pass turn. Opponent has a Mythos, okay. Sure. We will... Alright, now we can Offspring's Revenge. Offspring's Revenge. Go to combat. Get back a... Obosh. Attack with Obosh. Deal 2 damage. And pass the turn. Hopefully they'll play out a bunch of stuff here so we can Mythos. Oh my gosh. Alright, maybe they're just mono removal. Maybe that's why they haven't been playing a bunch of stuff on the board, is they just don't have anything. Sure. Put this in. Gain some life. Alright, we will Lava Serpent with haste. Go to combat. Bring back a... I guess Working Deadeye is fine. Attack. We don't want to get back a Leech because they can bring the Coil Bug just back to their hands. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess we lose to a Pump Spell here if we don't kill this Coil Bug. So we'll do this. Just kill the Coil Bug. I don't want to lose to a dumb Pump Spell. I didn't think about that. What we should have done is just got the Blitz Leech back. If we got the Blitz Leech back, we could have just killed that thing when it entered the battlefield, but I wasn't thinking... I was going to use it to get a blocker out of the way next turn and make sure we win, because they could just get the Coil Bug back anyway, but when I thought about it, I thought, you know, they could have a +3/+3 and just kill us on the spot if we do that, so... Okay. Well, they've got a chump here. Actually, can we just win? We can. Okay. Mythos is finally going to pull its weight. Pay with Mardu. They can choose to keep the Coil Bug, and we can choose to keep our permanents. Go to combat, get back the Blitz Leech, and this is how I wanted to do it. Just get a blocker out of the way. And we win. Woo! Alright. Mythos Tribal pulling it together there. Our Mythos... We spent so long trying to wait for them to build to the board, and then it just turns out they just had, like, mono removal spells. They're pretty close to, like, what we're doing, except in green-black instead of the colors we're in. They just had, like, 5 removal spells in hand. So while we were waiting for them to build up the board, they were just doing basically the same thing, waiting for us to do something to answer. So Mythos didn't really come in handy till the very end there, but it did let us just win the game at the last turn there, so sweet. Mythos Tribal, Offspring's Revenge, looking pretty good. Alright, next game against Jackin, and we will keep this. We've got basically maybe cycle away the Suffocating Fumes, and then we've got Mythos into Troy, and we can even get back the Suffocating Fumes with a Brooding Moloch later if it ends up our opponent is on some sort of... Wow, they mulligan down to 5. That's probably not good for them. But we don't have a fast hand to punish them, so they're not really out of the game yet. Okay, black. We will just cycle this Suffocating Fumes, try to find some action while our opponent's struggling. Farfinder. Okay. Sure. We're not gonna Suffocating Fumes that, even though it does kill it. It's not really worth it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just hold up Mythos. Maybe we kill something with Mythos. If not, we can cycle this Rooting Moloch. I think we do cycle it, too. Okay, Mosscoat Goriac. Sure. Don't really think we care about the Goriac. Mothra's Great Cocoon, sure. Yeah, I think we just cycle. Keep the Mythos for a threat we actually care about. Blitz Leech. Okay, yeah. Actually, I guess we'll cycle this Lava Serpent. Okay, it tapped us really poorly there, but okay. Just in case... Oh, Mythos of Snapdax is actually unreal, because we can just force them to keep the Farfinder and actually make that the Farfinder against them, essentially. And I think we do... Okay, and they're going to get an Essence... Oh, man. If they play the Essence Symbiont here, we're going to be so happy. Oh! This Mythos of Snapdax is going to be so disgusting. Oh, man. Yeah. This is why we stretch to put it in our deck. This is so brutal. Being able to pick for our opponent... Oh, my God. We just 3-for-1'd them, and more importantly, that was like... What? Like... 1,000,000 mana they just lost? Alright, and now we can... Probably just going to play this Blitz Leech. Yeah, let's pass a turn. Plan on Blitz Leeching, eating this Essence Symbiote. Alright, Blitz Leech. See if our opponent's got an answer. Kill the Essence Symbiote. Opponent's cycles, sure. Eat the Farfinder, and we have just... We went from like 3-for-1 of them to 2-for-1 of them, and we just sort of destroyed them this game. This is brutal. Yeah, we will... Do we just... Let's see. At 7 mana, so we can't play the Void Beckoner yet, so we'll just Offspring's Revenge, get this ball rolling. Get back our Rooting Moloch, which can get back our Lava Serpent. We can actually hardcast next turn. And no attacks. Man, this deck is awesome. This is one of the coolest decks I've built and drafted in a long time. This is almost like a constructed deck. It's got so much going on. Sure, okay. They'll Parcel Beast. We'll probably... I want to cast this Lava Serpent so we get value, but... Maybe we just want to kill this Parcel Beast before they draw too many cards off of it. You know what? Yeah. Gonna cast the Lava Serpent. They get a couple draws off the Parcel Beast. Hopefully nothing too good. We're just gonna put the Pedal to the Metal. We'll hit them for 10 here. And pass a turn. And if, I mean, really we can use the Mythos just to get a blocker out of the way next turn and hopefully kill him. So that's fine too. Wingfold Terran, okay. This Hexgrowth. Sure. But we have something too. We will Mythos kill the Parcel Beast. Sure. Void Beckoner on our Blitz Leech. So if they block that, they lose their creature. Go to combat, get back our Void Beckoner, attack our everything, and they lose their Terran, they take 7, and they've only got 3 life here. So they're going to need a pretty good draw off the top not to be dead. Good as in not in the format, good. Alright. And we take them down pretty easy. Well, our opponent kind of mulliganed there, but we still got to go off with our deck, so not going to complain. Sweet. On to the next one. Alright, up against Daniel, and I guess we keep this. We can cycle the Rooting Moloch. We can play the Prey Pierce because it's hybrid red-black, but not the best hand. It is arguable we should not keep this, for sure. Especially because we have, like, no black sources and, like, all of our white sources. So we are getting a little punished for our greedy mana this game, for sure. Opponent did mulligan, though, so that's good for us. Hopefully that'll mean they don't have the most aggressive start in the world. Wow, that is not the card we wanted to draw for sure. Blitzleech is pretty far away from doing anything. Blue-black. Facet Reader. Okay, that's not aggressive, so we're not too worried about that. Pass turn. Plan on just cycling this Rooting Moloch. We can get it back later with the Offspring's Revenge. We just want to find early game action right now. Put something on the board. Alright, cycle the Moloch. Easy Prey, alright. Well, can't cast the Easy Prey. I guess we cycle the Lava Serpent. See if we draw a Black Source. We don't. We did draw a Gopher Blood, which we can also cycle away. Pass turn, so we're not doing anything these first few turns, but our opponent's not either, so hopefully that's okay. And we have a lot of good in-game threats here. This turn we're just going to cycle Gopher Blood. I'll try to find a Black Source. And then, I mean, next turn we might just Easy Prey something, and then the turn after that we can figure it out from there. We can like cast our Obosh, perhaps. Alright, our opponent's leaving up mana. It is scary that they are in a blue-black deck leaving up. Okay, we did find a swamp. Yeah, just pass turn. Plan on Easy Praying this Facet Reader. Yep, see if it gets countered. Easy Pray it. It's not. Okay, and we'll just cycle this Lava Serpent too. Next turn we can Obosh. Alright, cycle the Lava Serpent. Man cycle is good. Yeah, and I think they don't have double blue up. Is there anything in the format that can actually counter Offspring's Revenge that doesn't have double blue? I don't think so, but there is like Essence Scatter that counter Prey Piercer, so I think I'm actually gonna Offspring's Revenge. I don't think there's anything in the format that counters this for just 1 blue mana. Okay, so it resolved. That's great. We go to combat, get a Rooting Moloch. Maybe that was a mistake, actually. Yeah, we'll get the Gopher Blood. That was probably a mistake. Probably should have waited till we had enough mana to actually cast our Lava Serpents before we get back the Moloch. And we'll just pass the turn, no attacks. We're not going to attack because we can Obosh and make it a 2/2. Yeah, and they could like flash and Lurking Deadeye or another... That other 2/2 for 2 that with flash and blue-black. Bonder's Enclave. That's kind of scary. That's a repeatable card advantage engine. Sure, opponent gets in. Alright, and we try to resolve our Obosh here, see what happens. I mean, if it gets countered, we can get it back with Offspring's Revenge, so... We're not going to cast this Go for Blood, though. Alright, go to combat. Get back a Lava Serpent. Get in with our Moloch here. Not with our Lava Serpent, because, again, they can have a 2/2 thing with 2 toughness to flash in, and Lava Serpent doesn't deal with that. Probably want to Blitz Leech next turn just to get rid of the Lurking Deadeye so they can't keep drawing cards. Okay, but it doesn't do anything. They could have drawn off of their Bonder's Enclave at least. Man, that must have been a mistake. They must have forgot they had the Bonder's Enclave. Oh, Mythos is not bad, but I think we just Blitz Leech. Try to eat the Lurking Deadeye. Even if they counter it, we can just get it back with Offspring's Revenge, so... We're cool with them countering it. Slitherwisp. Interesting choice. We're going to kill that instead. Okay. That's weird. Huh. I think they should have waited till we resolved our Bleak Sledge before they did that, because now we get to eat their Slitherwisp. And we can go to combat, get back our Obosh, which doubles the damage of our Moloch still, and now they're tapped out, so we can get in. And yeah, our opponent says oops. I think they've had a few misplays this game. Maybe they're newer, or maybe they are just not super familiar with the cards yet. Maybe they just haven't drafted much Ikoria. But that was not the best series of plays for sure. Do we want to do something pre-combat? I guess we will Rooting Moloch pre-combat. Go to combat. Get our Rooting Moloch. With Rooting Moloch, we'll get back the Lava Serpents. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent flashes in a Blitz Leech, sure. We'll let it resolve first. See what they kill. We're gonna kill our Blitz Leech. Sure. Okay. And, do we want to Mythos this thing? I guess so. I guess we'll Mythos the Blitz Leech. And hit for 1,000,000. And just pass the turn. We'll probably just cycle this Void Beckoner. So there's something to get back next turn out of our graveyard. Then we can hard cast a Lava Serpent. Space Godzilla. Alright, that's just a Void Beckoner. Okay, we're gonna cycle, put a Death Touch counter on our, I guess our Obosh, because that's what they're most likely to block. And we'll just hard cast the Lava Serpent. And go to combat, get back our Void Beckoner. And this should be game. Because the best thing they have to block here is our Lava Serpent. They still die because Obosh is going to double up the damage. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. Game. Alright. Got it done again. So our deck just seems really powerful. I'm glad we took the opportunity to try out these cards, try out the Offspring's Revenge, which typically I don't think is a super great card, but we have been able to build just a fantastic deck around it. So, sweet. On to the next one. Alright, playing against Bob, and we'll keep this Mythos Tribal with our Obosh in hand. We just got a lot of rares in this deck now that I think about it. We've got Offspring's Revenge, 3 different Mythoses, Obosh, all in our colors, so pretty cool deck. This game we get to Boot Nipper, plus, you know, we can Mythos turn 3 if we want to. Go for Blood plus Boot Nipper's pretty good. We might just cycle it, though. Go for Blood is a... As far as removal spells go, it's pretty bad. Just 2 mana sorcery, creature you control fights target creature you don't control, which, I mean, with Boot Nipper, the fact that it has Death Touch means it's we can 2-for-1 ourselves to kill anything, which is sometimes worth it, but, you know, I mean, I guess go for blood with Obosh is pretty good. We'll see. Play Swamp, see what our opponent does. I think we won't cycle it. Okay, we got a Farfinder, which is great. Play Boot Nipper, give it some Death Touch. Pass turn. Next turn we'll probably just Farfinder, we'll get a white source, so our mana will be perfect. Attack Boot Nipper, Farfinder, go get a white source. Now the only card in our deck we can't cast is our white Mythos, so that makes me pretty happy. Your opponent plays. Durable Coil Bug, alright. Not too worried about the Durable Coil Bug. It does kind of lock us down a bit. Pass turn here. See what they do. We can Mythos of Nethroid something if we feel like it. Well, it seems to be on all black so far. Grim Dancer. Okay, we probably will Mythos that. That's a pretty annoying card. It's got Death Touch. Death Touch and Menace, sure. Alright, we'll Mythos the Grim Dancer. Untap, play our Obosh. Clash of Titans, great draw. Get him with both. I mean... Yep, okay. They trade with a 2-1. But we get to hit him with a Farfinder, which actually is a 2 damage. Basically a 2-1 now, thanks to Obosh. Clash of Titans should be good at getting pretty much anything out of the way. Luris. Wow, okay, so they're gonna recast the... they're gonna recast the Durable Coil Bug with their Luris, but we get to Clash of Titans and make them kill each other. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. These two kill each other. We get in for 6. Okay, Obosh gets in for 3, which is double, which is 6. And Farfinder gets in for 1, which is doubled, which is 2. So hit him for 8. And yeah, I'm liking where we're at. Obosh is putting the pedal to the metal here. Yeah, it's hard to remember sometimes that, or at least for me, when I see a companion in a pack, I immediately think like, okay, can I make this my companion? But I mean, there's just strong rares anyway. There was one time I actually passed a Karuga when I was in green. Skittering Harvester. Yeah, I think we just mutually destroy it. No. Hold on. Blow up the Chittering Harvester, sacrifice Farfinder. Get in for 6. Pass turn. Plan to just flash out this Lurking Deadeye most likely. Maybe cycle this Suffocating Fumes. Farfinder, sure. Goes and gets a land. But yeah, I passed a Karuga because I was like, oh, I can't do that as my commander, and I just picked a random other pretty good card, and I was like, wait, why did I could just play that. Yeah, we'll play the Lurking Deadeye. And we'll just cast the Suffocating Fumes. Get the Farfinder out of the way. Opponent's got a chump with a Humble Naturalist. And we could hit him for 4, and I mean, they're pretty close to dead. Pass turn. We'll just hold on to the swamp, make them think we got something. So they're going to have a pretty good turn here to stay alive. And even if they do stay alive, they're at 1, we're at 20, and we have just so many cards that can close this thing out. Okay, opponent scoops it up. They could not find a way to do it. Alright, so... I mean, this deck is just killing it. I mean, holy moly. This is not only one of the most interesting decks I've built in the format so far, this seems to be one of the most powerful. So, just goes to show, you know, pick a lot of rares. Bet nobody's figured that one out before in Limited. Sweet, on to the next one. Okay, on to what is maybe the finals against our opponent JK. I say maybe the finals because if we win, it's the finals. If we lose, it doesn't knock us out of the league. So we get one more game. If we end up losing this one, we're just gonna cycle this. We can get it back with our Moloch if we need it. All right, play Boot Nipper. Our opponent's got a Lutri as a. Okay, let's go Death Touch. Lutri as a companion. So this is a 3/2 flash can copy a spell when it enters the battlefield, and its only restriction is that every spell in your deck has a different name. So that's pretty easy to do in Sealed. Hornbash Mentor, okay. Okay, we'll attack a Boot Nipper. Wow, okay. Opponent just takes it. Sure. So we kill their Hornbash Mentor, and yeah, we'll just plan on probably Mythosing whatever they play here. Okay, or just cycle this. That works too. Okay, play a Plains, and yeah, pass turn again. We can easy prey something if we need to. Alright, they're cycling too. Probably should have done that main phase to see if they hit their land. I think as Magic players, we're sort of naturally wired to want to cycle things at the end of our opponent's turn, like we do most other instances, but I think in these cases, let's see, what do we want to get back? Yeah, I think we do play the Moloch, and we'll just get back. It doesn't really matter 100%. Alright, opponent just counters it, sure. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna kill that. We can't let them keep the Parcel Beast. Ooh, Offspring's Revenge is good. So we can't Nethroid plus Parcel Beast, so we're just gonna kill this first. Play the Scour Barons, pass turn. We would have liked to get down Offspring's Revenge while they were tapped out, but we can't let them untap with that Parcel Beast. Okay, Pyroceratops. Huh. So what do we want to... I think we... Yeah, I think we run out the Pyroceratops. Potentially it gets countered, but... Okay. And we'll pass turn. We're going to try to wait till they're tapped down to run out this Offspring's Revenge, because if it resolves, we should be just in great shape. Flame Spill. Okay. Opponent kills our Pyroceratops. Sure, sure, sure. Come on, play a threat. Tap down. We gotta be out of action, right? That was our big play. You just killed it. Ugh, they're not doing it. Alright, we'll try to play Night Squad Commandos, see if this draws out a counter. It does not. Alright, we're just gonna pass the turn. We're not gonna run this Offspring's Revenge into a counter spell if we can help it. At least we got action on the board now, which kind of forces them to do something. Quartzwood Crasher. Okay. We are okay with this. And there should be nothing at 2 mana they have that can stop this Offspring's Revenge, I believe. Okay, go to combat. Get back a Rooting Moloch. Rooting Moloch gets back a Go for Blood. And no attacks. And we will actually Mutual Destruction, kill the Quartzwood Crasher, sacrifice our Rooting Moloch. Pass the turn. Killed their big threat. Alright, so we were able to find a window where they were tapped out to resolve this Offspring's Revenge. So now we're in pretty good shape. Ooh, Void Beckoner. Can we just play that? Yeah, we can just play this. Ugh, it's kind of sad not to play this Go for Blood, but it's not that sad. Alright, play out the Void Beckoner. See if it gets countered. Alright, and get back a... yeah, I guess a Pyroceratops. And go to combat. Attack with our Night Squad Commando. If they want to flash in something to kill our Night Squad Commando, then fine. Alright, pass turn. We lose the fight spell, unfortunately, but oh well. I think we'll live. Let's see what they got. Gust of Wind, sure. And they're gonna double it up, bounce our Pyroceratops. That's pretty good. They get to draw 2 cards. We do just get to recast the Void Beckoner and get something else out of our graveyard, though. We can actually get the Boot Nipper with Death Touch, so it can start getting through as well. Opponent did get to draw a couple cards, which is nice for them. Okay, that's enough lands, probably. Play out our Void Beckoner, go to combat, get back our Boot Nipper with Death Touch, attack with both. Alright, and pass turn. We are just going to hold on to this mountain, make our opponent think we might have something. So we're not in the best shape. Our opponent getting to draw 2 cards and tempo was pretty hard there, was less than ideal. And we're out of action in our graveyard for our Offspring's Revenge. Capture Sphere. Blech. That's bad. We don't have a way to sacrifice it either. We had this mutual destruction, but well, that's pretty much it. Now we just need to draw some stuff, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna get some for 3. Guess they're not planning on blocking. Okay, we'll play Farfinder pre-combat, so if it gets countered, we can get it back from Offspring's Revenge. Yeah, but looks like our opponent decides not to counter it. Probably the right move. The good thing about this is it does get lands out of our deck, so go to combat. Attack both. See if our opponent's got a flash, something. And we're just going to chump with this Farfinder if they attack with Lutri again, because it puts something in our graveyard. Let's just go get another land out of the battle, or out of the deck. Had a lot of trouble saying the words deck there. Pouncing Shore Shark. Alright. That's going to bounce our Boot Nipper, sure. Little concerning, because they can like mutate something else onto it here, bounce our Farfinder, potentially. Well, looks like they're looking at their graveyard, which is concerning. Alright, we will chump. Gives us fuel for our Offspring's Revenge. And the best thing about that is we're taking all the lands out of our deck, so... Ooh, Mythos of Barakos is pretty good. No second mode on it, so it's just getting 2 permanents back. But getting 2 permanents back when they're a Quartz with Crasher is pretty good. Oh, Mythos! Oh, man. Yeah, Mythos of Snapdax. Pay with Mardu. We will have them keep the Pouncing Shore Shark, and we will keep our creature like this. This is great because that means we get to bring back our dude, attack, and pass turn. What happened to our Farfinder? Why couldn't we bring our... Oh, it has to be... That's right, it has to be a red, black, or a white creature, so we can't actually get our Farfinder back with Offspring's Revenge. Man, that's never come up before now, I guess. That was a bit of a misplay. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Well, that's scary. Yeah, that's not good. They get to keep getting back this Mythos, which lets them keep getting back mutate threats, which lets them keep getting back the Mythos. We need to find a removal spell for this Pouncing Shore Shark right now. Greater Sandworm, sure. Land's not it. No attacks. We're getting pretty close to dead. I think we have to chump here. Come on. Need removal spells. Maybe we cast that Mythos too early. Mythos of Vadruk. But that doesn't save us from... Yeah, I think we're just dead. We can kill the Pouncing Shore Shark, but it doesn't save us. Yeah, because we can't chump the Greater Sandworm. So, yeah, we're just dead. Oof, rough. Yeah, I think since we knew that Greater Sandworm was coming, maybe we should have waited. Oh well, on to the next one. Alright, the finals for real this time against Niblet, and we will keep this. We've got all our colors, we got things to cycle away. We've got a Lurking Deadeye to flash in on turn 4. We are a little slow here, but we have cycle into hopefully something to do. We would like something to play before we cycle this Void Beckner so we can put a Death Touch counter on something. Alright. Well, it's pretty good. We will just cycle the Lava Serpent here. Cycle the Lava Serpent. Pass the turn. I think we're going to cycle the Void Beckner. There's a question if we should cycle the Moloch plus the Gopher Blood instead. But Void Beckner is just so uncastable. I'm not sure the Death Touch counter matters all that much. Cycle. Jeez. Alright, cycle. No, we want to tap the white mana. Cycle Gopher Blood, see if we can find a... Okay, a land's good. And pass turn. Little unfortunate we can't leave up our Lurking Deadeye this turn, but we did hit our land drop, which is the most important thing. Checkpoint Officer, sure. Want to gain some life. Okay. And I think we plan to just Pyroceratops here. Pass turn. Next turn, if we draw land, we can Blitz Leech, eat the Checkpoint Officer, also trade with the Heat Bonder, maybe. See if our opponent uses some removal. Okay, pacifism on Pyroceratops is fine. Especially because we have spells that can, like, have us, tap land's not the best. We will... I think we're gonna Rooting Moloch here. Yeah, we're gonna Rooting Moloch. Exile the Gopher Blood. Yeah, exile the Gopher Blood. And pass the turn. We can have our Pyroceratops fight their elite Herd Bonder. I mean, their checkpoint officer. Okay, opponent passes. Starfinder's pretty good. That means we can do two things this turn. So we'll go to combat. Attack with Moloch. Blade Banish. We could do something tricky with our Blitz Leech here. We could give our Rooting Moloch -2/-2 to save it. I think we'd just rather cast this Gopher Blood. Yeah, we could have done something tricky there. I was tempted to kind of do it just because it was fun, but I think instead we're going to go get a... We need another... No, we got 2 white sources, so we'll just go get another black source. Play the black source, play Gopher Blood, have Pyroceratops kill the checkpoint officer. Get our value while it's there, and pass turn. And now we can even Rooting Moloch get back to Gopher Blood again, and have something fight again. Man, I really wanted to make that Blitz Leech play, like, really badly. Nope, no blocks. Sure. Obosh, Obosh isn't super great right here. I think we'll... Let's see. We could Rooting Moloch and kill the Herd Bonder with Pyroceratops. I think we do that. So we'll go tap everything except 2 red. Play Rooting Moloch. Get ourselves set up to play an Obosh that really takes the game out from under our opponent for good. Play Gopher Blood. Make our Pyroceratops kill their Herd Bonder. That's the downside of pacifism. It's not super great. Okay, Spontaneous Flight keeps it alive. Not bad. And we can't really attack. That's actually pretty scary. We don't have a... We need to draw an actual removal spell for that Herd Bonder, because it's going to be a 2/4 in the air. That's only going to take a few turns to kill us. We can Blitz Leech 1 turn to... Wow, another pacifism, sure. We can Blitz Leech 1 turn to just eat up the damage, basically. Make it a 0/2 attacking us. I think we attack with Farfinder. See if they block. If they do, we can just Lurking Deadeye and eat it. They don't. Okay. Well, pass a turn. Plan on flashing in this Blitz Leech, probably. Or we can flash in 2 Lurking Deadeyes. Sure. Dark Bargain's fine. I mean, if we flash in 2 Lurking Deadeyes, even though they won't be killing anything, most likely, they will put a lot of damage on the board, right? We probably outrace our opponent with that much damage. Opponent hits us for 2. Alright, we're on a 5-turn clock with this Herd Bonder. Heat Bonder. Space Godzilla. Alright, they're just gonna cast it. Sure. I think we just run out the Blitz Leech. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Play out Obosh. Go to combat. Attack. They block with Space Godzilla, we can just Lurking Deadeye it. Doesn't double up our Blitz Leech, unfortunately. Wow, they just let it through. Okay. Pass turn. Again, maybe they have another flying counter to put on the Space Godzilla. That would just kill us. Oh my god, Mothra. Can we beat a Mothra? I think the answer is no. If we block like this, and I think we actually need to Lurking Deadeye before combat, because we don't want them to bring back the Space Godzilla with flying. Now, this is a little awkward, but I think we do it this way, just to get it out as a threat. Ay. Come on, removal spell. We need a removal spell to kill this Mothra. Oh, Clash of Titans. Okay. God, we can't 2-for-1 them, can we? but I think we still do it here. Oh, we can't do for one of them. Clash of Titans. Make these two fight each other. Alright, Mothra's dead. Go to combat. Attack with everything. See what our opponent does. Okay. Sure. Sure. And I think we actually killed a Heat Bonder instead of the Space Godzilla. Because we can just chump the Space Godzilla. They had a remove spell, we just die though. Oh no, come on. No removal spell. God! Oh, brutal. I guess we should have killed the Space Godzilla. So close. So we barely don't take down a 7-win finish with this deck. But I mean, we could have easily gotten there. We just, that was a really close final game. But we still have a winning record. We still have 6 wins. 1,800 gems and 5 packs, so I really wanted to get the full 7 wins with this, but I mean, we still did pretty good. So let's open up our packs, and we'll talk about the deck a bit afterwards. So first off, we got a Ruinous Ultimatum, would have been good in our last deck. The Mardu Ultimatum, probably the best one in Draft, and the best one probably in Commander as well, but probably not so great in Standard, I would think, outside of very specific decks. Jingata is pretty good as a companion. Very easy to cast, and just a 5-mana 5/5 every game's nice. Bonder's Enclave, we saw that in one of our games, but it didn't get used for no real reason. And also Whirlwind of Thought. Sweet, we saw that in our draft, we didn't end up taking it because we didn't want to go into 4 colors. And finally we got, okay, just a rare wild card, which is always nice. Rares for me are harder to come by than mythics, it seems like, because, you know, there's just more rares that I have to make. But anyway, so in retrospect, we probably should have killed that Space Godzilla because we were dead to a removal spell. I was thinking if we could just chump it, we would win. But I don't know. It's hard to say. We had no answer for that Elite Herd Bonder, and they would have killed us in a few turns anyway with that. And it also had lifelink, and it also it had a lifelink counter on it, and also it had flying and vigilance and was gaining them life. So there was a lot of reasons I went for that instead of the Space Godzilla, but it ended up we were just dead on the spot when they had our removal spell. But if we had found any sort of removal for that Space Godzilla, we would have been pretty good. But geez, I don't know. Hard to say. But the deck was still really cool. We still did pretty amazingly well with it. It just crushed it. Offspring's Revenge was very good. We had I think we had like the ideal deck for it. Like, the thing is, in Ikoria, there's a lot of space where usually enter the battlefield abilities would be, where instead you have mutation, right? You have when this creature mutates, do X. In a normal set, those would be like when this creature enters the battlefield, do X, right? So there's less enter the battlefield creatures in Ikoria than usual. So a card like Offspring's Revenge is just kind of, it's a little out of place, right? Because that's really what you want with Offspring's Revenge. The body you're getting on the creature is always going to be a 1/1, so it's not great. You really want abilities. You really want enter the battlefield abilities that get you a lot of value, or something like Death Touch where the 1/1 isn't as important, you know? And we just ended up with like the ideal deck for that with our Molochs, being able to get back our cycling spells when they enter the battlefield. That's one of the few spells in the format that has a really good enter the battlefield ability, and we had 2 of them. And we also had a lot of Death Touch creatures, and all in all, the deck was really cool. Would have loved to take it to a 7-win finish, but 6 wins, still pretty good. Still got our gems back and then some for entering. So, this has been 2D. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I've enjoyed playing, so I'll see you next time.